Welcome to Chaotic Nerdtral. On this week's episode, it's the Marvel recap. We're gonna spend the whole hour talking about Marvel, mostly the Disney Plus recent series, and upcoming shit that we're excited about. I'm Sarah.
I'm Shamanfra.
I'm Shayna. And I'm Jetty.
All right. So we really want to talk about the recent Disney Plus series, WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, and Loki. But before we get into that, I just wanted to kind of give a State of the Union on what's going on with Marvel, where we're at, what's coming up.
State of the Union.
Official.
I went through, because, I knew there was, a shit ton on the horizon, but, really laying it all out, it's an incredible what they all are still hoping to achieve with how far they've come with the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
It's actually surprising.
Yeah.
No, that it's gone on this far successfully and coherently, that there's so many different projects that all tie together.
They know what they're doing. They usually listen to the fans, They don't just do DC and just fuck shit up horribly.
What was the first one again? Was it Iron Man?
I want to say Iron Man.
Yeah. Iron Man. Okay, yeah, see? Like that.
I mean, now compare that movie to, where we are now. That movie's shit,
No, the first Iron Man was good.
I mean, it was good, but compared to where we are now. You know what I'm saying?
You just said Iron Man is shit on the podcast, dude.
Oh my god. It's shit compared to where we are now.
Jenny.
I would disagree that point, but...
it's not as great as far as where we are now.
From a story standpoint?
I don't believe that, because it's they got flashier and better CG, but that's just money.
Well, no, I think the story was solid.
Yeah.
That and just some more, I guess you could say, now, socially, things are much better.
Also, they had no idea they were sowing the seed that would eventually be, a whole cinematic universe. I mean, they probably
because
hoped
it
would
was
become
to do Iron Man, and then, all right, we're gonna...
I guess what I should have said was, look how far they've come. Iron Man's good, but, nowhere near where we are now.
I
don't know how else to say that.
Yeah.
People know what I'm trying to say.
It's the scope of having a cinematic universe this large is beyond ambitious.
No, they built on it in a way that's unprecedented. Yeah.
Having the foresight to do all the individual films and then bring them together for Avengers like they did was kind of nuts.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, and it's I was talking to my boyfriend about this because he's not a nerd, he's not big into it, but I can get him to watch the Marvel movies because they're good enough quality that they appeal to him even as someone that's outside the community and outside the sphere of this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he always continually talks about how impressive it is that aside from little plot points here and there, overall, with so many different writers and producers and directors, they can get all these movies to agree with the whole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's hard. That's a lot of shit to keep track of, too.
Yeah.
And it hurts my brain.
I can't even imagine what that would be like. But,
And I love how they're, tying it up in nice little packages of, the old stuff. All right, we're gonna end this line, but we're not just gonna end it. We're gonna make sure you guys know where things happen, where things are. Give them nice little endings, and then go on.
Well, and that they can retire old heroes in great and fulfilling ways to introduce and make room for the newer heroes.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard, but they do it.
I guess I should start off with, right now we're just going to talk about things to come, but later in the episode, spoiler warnings for pretty much everything that's out except for Shang-Chi. None of us have seen Shang-Chi yet, which, as of this recording, was just out, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So,
I hear
haven't
good
seen
things.
It
We'll have to see. I'll have to see for myself. But
we'll have to just rent a movie theater so it's just us.
Yeah, since COVID's on the up and up.
No plague times, yeah.
They're showing it at the tiny little theater in town, and I'm thinking maybe going to see it there instead of going to a big market.
Yeah.
But, so going through the list, this year yet, we're looking at The Eternals in November, the Hawkeye series on Disney Plus in November, Spiderman No Way Home in December, the Ms. Marvel series on Disney Plus is still supposed to come out late 2021, and then beginning of next year we're looking at Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness in March, and Thor Love and Thunder in May. But
that's a lot.
Because there's always a Marvel movie that comes out on my birthday.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Going
That's
beyond that,
stuff.
I mean, we're still expecting to see a She-Hulk series. We're gonna get Black Panther: Wakanda Forever next year, which we still don't know what that's gonna look like.
I haven't seen anything on that, right?
They're keeping it all pretty tight. It's still out in July next year.
That makes me nervous.
Right?
That makes me nervous.
The Marvels, which is supposed to be, I believe, all 3 of the Marvel women, is next holiday. Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special is holiday 2022 as well.
Yes.
I have no idea what that's supposed to be.
Wonderful fun.
It's, as far as anything in that realm that Disney owns, as far as holiday series, like the Star Wars one, this one will probably be fantastic.
I don't know what to expect there.
Guardians of the Galaxy sing-along, you guys. For Lockdown Part 2.
I don't know if it's supposed to be like a full-length movie, if it's going to be like a joke, straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
If it's a sing-along, I don't know.
It's just going to be a burning log.
It'll have Disney
and it's gonna
flair,
be
a burning Groot?
Yeah. It's going to be Groot.
No, it's the Halloween special.
Merry Christmas.
2023 is Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 proper. And then just listed for the future with no idea when they're coming out. Yeah. We have Fantastic Four, Captain America 4, Blade.
Can I stop with the
Deadpool 3.
I am so fucking excited for Blade. I am so fucking excited.
If Wesley Snipes isn't in it, don't call me.
That's too much shit.
He seems like
they have too
No,
much.
I'm so excited for who they... I was such a huge Blade fan growing up, so I'm so excited for this
Blade
remake.
Trinity is where Ryan Reynolds became Deadpool. I said it here.
Mm-hmm.
Say it again.
I'll agree to that. I'll agree to that, yes.
But, like, they have too much money, I'll say it. There's way too many projects. My brain hurts.
It's Disney, though. They can do whatever they want. They got Disney money.
Nobody
Disney
even
owns
I
the
will say it,
world.
okay, nobody even wants a Hawkeye series, right?
They got Magic Key money, though.
Like,
they
they're
do
just
what they want.
doing it.
I'm undecided on the Hawkeye series.
I feel like nobody wants that.
Well, because it's not really about just Clint Barton. It's about the new young girl Hawkeye, who I might like.
Maybe, I guess. But
Yeah,
it's not Hawkeye.
And they do such a good job with storytelling
Hawkeye.
where even if it's not like a super popular character, it's still just a really good story. So I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll be good. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think he's boring.
Moon Knight series, Secret Invasion series, Ironheart, Armor Wars, I Am Groot. I don't know what that is. And then a series based in Wakanda and a series based around Okoye, which I think would be awesome.
I'm for that. I'm all for.
Yes.
I can't remember her actress. I love her though.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell what is her name? She's the same one who was from Walking Dead, right?
Wait,
she played Michonne, the girl with she was Michonne. I think it was Michonne. Was that her name? It's been forever, but she was the one with the sword. And then she's also Okoye.
Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher this. Guerrera?
Sounds right. I love her though. She's amazing.
Yeah, no, she's stunning and just the picture of badass. And I love
So yeah, that's a hell of a lot of crap going on. Mm-hmm. But before we dig into Disney Plus series, anything on this list in particular that you were excited for or you're wondering about?
I guess I already interrupted. I apologize.
No,
I just love I just love me some Spiderman.
The Spider-Man trailer. We should talk about that before we get into it. So the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer finally dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And I have so many questions.
It's Zendaya, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's MJ.
Okay, because we were
talking about this earlier. We couldn't remember her name.
Yeah, we couldn't remember her freaking name. It's something with a Z. It's just one name.
Yeah, she's one of those cool people that only has one name. I love that.
But it was really hot outside in her defense.
Yeah, it was. What? So, is Tobey Maguire in No Way Home? What's your guys'
think
bets?
so. I think he has some stupid
I hope he
role.
does like a Stanley.
Well,
because
they're talking about. I mean, they're talking about a multiverse. So come on,
There's
gotta be like
Alfred
a little cameo
Molina's,
or something.
Well, Doc Ock's in it, like the Doc Ock.
Yes.
That's fucking cool.
I was like, oh,
love
man.
love it.
So
that trailer made me look like such a badass.
That's what made me think like, okay, yeah, it's in
Where
the,
before he was like a
multiverse.
joke. Not gonna lie.
And I love how everyone was blaming Wanda for like breaking the.
But it's Doctor
universe,
Strange.
and it's fucking Doctor Strange.
It's Doctor Strange's multiverse. He fucking broke the world.
We have to take a moment to discuss the conspiracy theory. Is that really Doctor Strange?
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, is that really him? A lot of people don't think it's really him. That they think it's an imposter.
I think that's a reach.
Nah, I think it's him.
But you know what? It has his kind of aloof personality of
That's
sarcasm.
the two camps.
Yeah.
There's one camp.
I think it's him.
Same.
There's one camp that thinks that is so irresponsible that after all he's done talking about like keeping time and like the universe and not manipulating, that there's no way he would do something so reckless. But look what he did
in the last movie.
I'm saying there's two camps.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't follow rules. He
doesn't do anything without an end game. He might have had information.
Well, some people said like he checked 15 million possibilities to try to figure out a way to beat Thanos, but that he's willing to throw the whole timeline into jeopardy because a 16-year-old is having a hard time in school.
No, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
I'm not even saying I agree with either side, but that's what people are saying.
We don't know the whole story. Either.
No, and that's the other thing is I think that
these people watch these trailers and go off on these conspiracy theories.
Again, a trailer isn't the full set of data, like the whole, like, not to be nerdy, but it's not the full set of data. Like, you have imperfect information. Like, you do not have the full set of information to make these assumptions.
I mean, I've seen people make an assumption on all these Marvel trailers, and they are wrong, wrong.
That's half the fun, though, I feel like. I love spitballing.
It is,
but
it's like...
I mean, personally, I think it's definitely Doctor Strange. It has
I think so, too.
His weirdness is definitely there.
Well, and I'm sorry, who else has the capabilities to perform this kind of shit but Doctor
Some people think it's Mephisto.
Watch us be wrong.
So there is a little bit of traction to people thinking it's Mephisto in that there's, I guess, two major comic storylines that this movie is based off of, where Peter Parker makes a wish this. And in one of them, he makes a deal with Mephisto. He trades in his marriage with Mary Jane so that people would forget his identity or something like that. And then there's another one that is a similar storyline with Doctor Strange. So that's why people are like, that's adding to the fuel to the fire of the suspicious actions and the devious wink that he gives Peter Parker. People think that's a nod to Mephisto.
Simply the reach gains traction.
But then
I still feel like it's too soon to know. Like, I think
they also think that's why they think that Doctor Strange is in trouble somewhere, and that's why he didn't go intervene in WandaVision.
Too soon to
I
tell.
don't know, but I feel like it's a lot to jump to with so little information.
Oh no, but I love it.
But I don't know.
And then you got the whole Eternals aspect. Like, does he need? I mean, literally, there's probably like universe.
There's so much other
happening everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, how much is he intervening in?
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Everything's going on simultaneously. Another thing I love about the Marvel MCU is that it feels very lived in that it's not like one big catastrophe is going on and all the heroes come. It's like there's a bunch of stuff happening. There's villains. There's catastrophes happening all the time, and different people are attending to different things. I like that.
So, and then what do you think the cold is about?
That's another question.
Because I
the
feel
trailer
like
is
Mephisto,
weird.
wouldn't it be like
that hell froze over?
Yeah. I mean, no, but it'd be like warm or I don't know. Like, it seems like maybe something happened to him, maybe something broke him, I don't know, and he's just having a Thor moment.
The trailer is purposefully misleading, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should note the fact that the internet is crying for a recreation of the Spiderman meme, and I really hope they just give it to us.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
Yes.
I need them to give it to us.
Do you think we're going to get...
die happy.
Are we going to get Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in this?
Yeah.
I thought I saw Andrew Garfield in the cast as well.
I think I'm the only one that, like, loved Andrew Garfield.
I really feel like he was rumored to be in the cast, and then they pulled those rumors back in. Nothing is confirmed.
Anarchy.
It's just crazy times.
Just watch all of the Tom Holland interviews. He always lets something slip. We'll find out.
Well, before
he's been doing good this time.
Before the multiverse thing was confirmed, there's an interview where the interviewer starts asking about the multiverse, and the look on Tom Holland's face is like he's going to explode. It's amazing.
I love it though.
Disney's probably like, shut the fuck.
I'm surprised they still let him do media outlets.
Yeah. Watching his interviews is my favorite because when he's with somebody, especially, it's like
they always give him a handler.
Stop. Stop talking.
Like they just spray him. Like start spraying him.
Like a little cat pet.
Yeah.
My last question for the Spider-Man trailer is on the bridge before Doc Ock appears. Mm-hmm. There is what appears to be a Green Goblin ball. Is Willem Dafoe in this movie?
Saw that.
I think that's gonna be a thing.
Wait, okay, hold on. I may be making this up in my brain. Did we hear his voice or no?
His laugh seems to sound at that same moment.
Yes.
But nobody knows if that's also like a confirmation.
I think Green Goblin for sure.
William Dafoe.
I would love that.
I mean, honestly, if we're talking about multiverses, we have to.
Green Goblin's my favorite.
He's a great villain.
He's so properly scary.
Mm-hmm. He is.
Like, I love that.
And Willem Dafoe himself is.
No, that's what I mean.
Person.
Like,
yes,
he as Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe. He's an amazing actor. He seems like a very nice man, but he's so scary.
He is. He's terrifying. He looks like Satan or something.
He does.
He's really scary. Like if he just like looked down like this, like
no, and like I've seen him in interviews, and he seems super duper nice, but he's very striking.
Nice
My friend met him actually.
Really?
She worked at the La Quinta Resort, and she was up in the real estate office above the bar for it. And she met him in the bar, and I wish I could recall the exact interaction. But he was just sarcastic as shit, and that was something she absolutely appreciated.
Was he nice, though?
Yeah, he was nice.
Oh, that's so
But he gave her, like, a smart-ass comment or something like, you want a fucking autograph? Or something like that.
Aww.
Just, like, something in character.
I like that.
She loved she had a great memory from it, and obviously a pretty badass story.
Oh, I love when you meet your like, people that you just
and they're not, like,
and they're not douchebags, yes.
Yeah. Right.
FYI, LeVar Burton is just the most amazing human being, just so everybody knows.
That does not surprise me at all.
Yes. No. That
Crispin
everything you
Freeman
see,
also.
Genuine. Yes. I'm sorry, what?
I said Crispin Freeman also, but he's not really like a huge celebrity, just a voice actor.
He's amazing though.
I love him so
I've never met him in person, but I'm sure.
I met him at like a VIP event in a bar, like where there were unlimited drinks, and he was just great. He's fantastic.
Oh, awesome.
That's so good to hear. I love those.
Also, the guy who plays Spike is also a very nice person. I apologize, cannot remember the name, but he's also a very nice person. On Buffy. Spike on Buffy, sorry. Okay. Back to Marvel.
I was thinking of like something else, but Buffy.
Sorry,
Got
no.
it.
Spike on Buffy. Vampire.
Any other parting thoughts about the future before we talk about
There's
deep dive
too much
into the
shit
Disney
going
Plus?
on in the future for my brain to handle it.
Yeah, I'm mostly just excited for.
I'm just letting
Spider-Man
it fall
Doctor
into
Strange.
me. Let it fall into me, man.
After seeing WandaVision, I'm very excited for the Doctor Strange movie.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and Loki.
I'm very excited about that.
And I like that it sounds like we're getting into the more of the darker aspect of Marvel, which is
that's what I was gonna say. I will say Marvel movies for me and like series like are a little too cheese in general.
But we're starting to get into more of the Satan-esque characters, the demons, the witches. I'm
but
excited.
You know what I mean. But I'm just saying, like previously, sometimes like I feel like sometimes the like cheese is appropriate and it works, and then sometimes I'm just like, you are ruining the seriousness of this moment.
Have any of you watched the What If episodes?
No,
I hear they're not great. I haven't watched them, but I hear they're not great. But that's just what
Sam,
I hear.
do not watch them.
I hate
they
them.
Are they really cheesy?
So they are. I think they get a little too much guff on the internet because they are animated and they're done in the style of like animation and comics with cheese that is ratcheted up to that level. And I think normal Marvel fans coming from the MCU cinematic
used
movies,
to comics,
it's gonna be jarring.
It's a rough adjustment.
Yeah, coming from someone who I watch a lot of like animated stuff, and I'm used to that level of cheese, it didn't super like affect me. The first episode was a little rough. That's the Captain Carter episode. That one was pretty cheesy because it was also done in like the old, like, what years are those taking place in? What's World War One?
Like
World War II.
Oh, World War II? Then like the 30s?
Yeah, you know, it's very like that era cheese and animated cheese, so the cheese level was pretty high.
Cheesy in that era,
the machine and I turned it off. Like I couldn't.
So it's like, I mean, I watch anime, but like
it was clunky for me.
But I will say, so there's only 4 episodes out right now. I watched them all, and there's going to be like 9 in total. That episode was a hard watch. There is a Guardians of the Galaxy episode where
cheese
T'Challa
makes sense in that one for me. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy in general. Sorry, I wasn't meaning that episode, but.
Well, I will actually say the Guardians of the Galaxy What If episode was really like wholesome because it's T'Challa gets kidnapped instead of Peter Quill. And he ends up just making the universe like a way better place.
That was honestly the only one I really wanted to watch because it was just it was an interesting concept.
Well, they're all like standalone, right?
Yeah, so it's interesting. It's done very much in like this super true to comic style in that like you have a narrator, kind of a Twilight Zone-esque narrator called The Watcher. And he's like,
The Watcher.
He's like, look at all these infinitesimal different possibilities of universes. Here's this universe you're familiar with.
The whole time?
He bounces in and out.
Okay, I don't know.
And he will come in and he'll say, here's the universe you're familiar with, and here's where it diverges.
So these are still things that are happening just in the multiverse.
In the multiverse, correct.
Oh.
So it's just giving you little tidbits of the multiverse just as a compliment to what we've seen so far. They're interesting. Right?
Some people were going against the animation, saying that they didn't like it. I think it was
appropriate.
fine.
I think I've seen like the animation, like even though I haven't watched, I think it looks good, like inappropriate.
No, it's like kind of stylized, cel shaded, and it's consistent. I don't have any problem with it. The other major complaint was the voice acting, and I really think what they're complaining about is the writing because. I think that the voice acting was fine, but the writing was weird in places.
It wouldn't be like what people would say to each other in real life.
No, because it's super cartoony. Okay. They gave Sebastian Stan fish puns. He just had a bunch of fish puns.
That would bother the shit out of me. I probably shouldn't watch it.
You can't salvage bad dialogue.
Why are you giving him all these awful fish jokes? Poor Sebastian Stan. He's trying his best to deliver these fish jokes.
Like Marvel could take itself a little bit more seriously.
Maybe that was like an inside joke in like the Marvel scene.
Yeah, I kept feeling like I was missing something. I was like, should I? Is Bucky Barnes and fish? I don't understand.
They were just like doing coke and writing fish jokes. Okay,
it was so weird. No, the T'Challa Star-Lord episode was awesome. Chadwick Boseman adapted to voice acting amazing. The episode's smooth. I love
Rest in peace.
Breaks my heart.
Really, really good. It was a really touching episode.
To think that he had colon cancer like while he was doing.
I know.
Oh my, like
and
how?
He was doing
how
all
did
that.
he do that? How?
Amazing.
Yeah. And crazy. Then. The last episode was pretty good, too. It was a Doctor Strange episode, and it was Benedict Cumberbatch. Also, very good voice acting. And it was
obviously,
a really cool...
Smog.
Yeah, really, really cool What If episode, because it's, instead of his accident destroying his hands, it destroys Christine, his love interest. She dies in the car crash, and it creates a fixed point that makes him Doctor Strange. So then he becomes Doctor Strange, realizes is the Eye of Agamotto. He could go back in time and stop the car crash from happening, but he can't, and he does it over and over and over and watches her die over and over and over. And then he like seeks out all this dark magic and starts absorbing all these magical creatures and becomes this really evil version of Doctor Strange.
Oh shit.
And it was super cool. It was actually like a really cool episode. So I don't want to say I'd recommend What If for everyone, because it is not for everyone. I can absolutely understand where people's complaints are coming from.
Maybe just select the good episodes and send them my way, and I'll skip the rest.
I would say, yeah, the Doctor Strange episode and the Guardians of the Galaxy episode were pretty good. I can't remember what the third one was now. It's going to bother me. The heck was it? Must not have been important if I can't remember it.
Right, must have stuck. You blocked it from your memory completely.
Oh, it was actually not too bad. It was a serial killer was killing all of the Avengers before they could join the Avengers as the Avengers Initiative.
Oh.
And I won't tell you who the serial killer ended up being, but it was actually interesting. But they're all very interesting in that they're like their own little capsule universes. So some of the episodes end with the world being a very weird place.
Yeah.
It's just like an interesting thing piece.
I think it's cute. I think it's super fan servicey. So that may be why it's like a little cheap.
It is.
Maybe on 100%. The production side, aka writing.
That's kind of the point, though, isn't it?
But that's fun. That's fun for people that want it. Yeah.
I will say, too, not forgetting the fact that a lot of these movies have just as much appeal to the younger watchers as they are to us.
Yeah.
This is, if you have Marvel kids in your life, huge. They will love it. They will absolutely love it. It is
Luna
perfect
liked
for Marvel kids.
But luckily she didn't watch, like, the last episode.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
That one was too much.
So that's all I have to say about that. So we could talk about the other real Disney Plus series. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Yes, we
WandaVision, because it came out first.
I thought we were doing the Winter
Soldier.
We talk about Falcon Winter Soldier.
Okay,
let's be real. It is
not
I just don't have anything to really say.
Not as much to talk about there, because it's not.
They kind of lay it all out right there.
It's not as complicated of a storyline. It's a straightforward action storyline with some layered in social commentary that I really liked. But I mean, it wasn't as like it wasn't like a whodunit. It wasn't like a mystery like the other two were. It was just a solid action series.
I think
that
it was
gave
just
us
because like you could not leave Bucky like that with everything he's done.
No,
and then
it gave us such.
I mean?
Everybody loves Bucky. He's a cutie.
Bucky. I love Bucky.
Oh, I am. I mean, we all know I'm a fan for that. So
everybody.
Bucky. That was like that made me very happy. That series for Bucky.
But I'm glad that they finally, helped him kind of not get over it, but like come to terms with everything.
He needed a resolution for his storyline.
Yes, yes. And so
he had a fucked up time.
I really, really, really liked that. I really liked the series just because they did such a good job just fixing, I guess, what was broken, or trying to at least, and then while also introducing the new Captain America. So,
he's gonna be such a good Captain America.
I know, I'm so excited. Yeah. And badass suit, man. Like,
I'm glad that they're doing that, though. Honestly, I think that's a great move.
Well, and because
not that the last one wasn't good, because he again, great, wonderful, loved him,
but new era. Like
and that's the thing. If you think about it, like it's the first Captain America. Look at the times. You know what I mean? And like, look at the times now. Like, we need somebody for now. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah.
I feel like the character spoke to a lot of nonsense that we're dealing with today.
Oh yeah.
And towards the end of it, it pretty much tells you to
you need
question
someone
your administration,
who can
demand the best,
who can understand what literally everyone is struggling with, not just a specific type of people. So I like.
I mean,
that.
I think that's great. I think it's wonderful. I think it's
the Carly character. Honest to God,
I don't want to get too political about it.
Yeah, like. It's like, I understand them and everything, but then fucking what's his nuts? The,
John Walker.
I just wanted to punch him in the face.
Kurt Russell's
gonna continue to, like, come in.
Just fuck shit up.
Yeah.
That's another question, too. Are we gonna get, Dark Avengers with, what's her face?
I believe so. I think...
Lady from Seinfeld. I don't know her real name.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Julie Louis-Dreyfus or whatever her name is, but yeah.
What's her character's name though? DeFontaine? I don't remember.
Well, I think because every one of these TV like miniseries kind of introduced some kind of storyline. I mean, like, yes, this one was to introduce like the new Captain America, but also I think that's what they're also introducing though, because it kind of left it on a cliffhanger. That's the only thing that was kind of left on a cliffhanger.
He becomes like an agent for her and whatever she's got going on.
Yeah, U.S. Agent is the comic character.
But I will say the series was the only one that made me cry at the end. I mean, I was bawling when she was giving
Bradley's
his speech.
story.
Oh, yeah. That storyline was very sad.
Oh, my God.
that made me...
I wanted to burn things down, and it was...
Like, it does make you feel very, like, invigorated. Of, like, you were like, something has to change.
Yeah. No, I just, but no. I mean, at the end, when Sam's, like, giving his speech and everything like that. I was fucking bawling. Like, I was just like, oh. Yeah, like, so I'm very excited for him to be a new Captain America because he made me cry. So I have all my feelings.
It'll be really good. I have a good feeling. Yeah. I think it'll be great.
He's got such good on-screen chemistry with Sebastian Stan, too.
Oh my god, yes.
I was going to say, like, if I threw darts at a board with all the Marvel characters, I would never have meshed these two together.
I love their sassiness.
I know.
They both have so much sass, and that's why I love them. They are sass masters.
I love him telling him not to hit on his sister, and he continues to do it. That was, like, I loved it.
And I also love the moment where, like, Bucky is sleeping in Sam's sister's house or whatever. He actually sleeps because he's
not on the floor having nightmares. I know.
Yeah, because he's actually in a nice homey environment. It's like,
poor baby.
I want him to marry Sam's sister.
Me too.
Be Sam's brother-in-law.
I want and then I want them to, and I want him to, like, not go. Like, I don't want him to be in the movies anymore. I want them to get married and just have a nice. A nice domestic life.
Or there's going to be fanfics of those two together online. It'll be fine. Like a whole storyline.
No. Solid. Loved it.
Yep.
WandaVision. Much more complicated story.
So, like, actually, WandaVision, I think, I would not have said this before maybe the last 2 episodes, ended up being my favorite. And, like...
It starts weird.
I fucking hate sitcoms.
Yep.
Hated, like, again, like, I feel like I hated, like, 80% of this show, but it still, like, ended up winning me over at the end.
I think,
I liked it because it left cliffhangers.
It was so powerful for me. I think the message and the development of her character in this small arc was so fucking powerful. And, like, crazy to me. I think that's what...
Vision's line about grief made me, like, tear up.
It was fucked up. I cried.
It was so powerful.
This is the one I cried in, was WandaVision, and I did not expect it. Again, because I know I was telling Shayna, I was like, I ain't liking this shit. Because I don't like sitcoms. This is boring. Like, I get their little stupid hints, but it's like, again, I don't like the cheese. It felt cheesy to me. But then, like, it fucked me up.
Absolutely.
It really did. It really did.
Speaking purely from, like, the mom standpoint,
it was horrible.
It was fucking heartache, and just grief can evoke such intense emotions. Yeah, it made me physically sick.
Yeah, it made me ill, and then, like, when she was saying goodbye to him, and, like you said, Sarah, like, about that whole thing, like, that he, like, has...
What is love, but... Like, what is grief but love persevering, or something like that?
And then, like, how he's talking about, like, oh, I used to be just, like, the Mind Stone, and then I was, like, you know, I didn't know what I was after that, then, like, as this, then, like, I was in love with you, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm not quoting it, like, directly, but, like, that was so fucked up. And he's like, I wonder where I'll be now, you know? Because, like, part of the Mind Stone, like, still lives in her. And it's, like, it's crazy. Because, like, that's him. And I was like, this is too much. I can't handle it.
Well, and then it's, like, White Vision still got his memories. And I'm like,
that was crazy,
that all about?
Too.
That whole,
At least they understood each other, which was great. But, like, that's going to go crazy, right? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Get a resolution there, but we'll see.
I personally, like I said, my emotions for some reason resonated a lot more with Falcon and Winter Soldier. But as far as being a mom, I think the one thing that I was excited about is the fact that all of a sudden her kids still existed somewhere. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
As far as, like, her losing her husband and everything like that, yes, like, I totally get that grief and everything like that and loss and stuff like that, but being, I think, a new mom, I resonated more with the fact that her kids suddenly aren't existing anymore, even though she went through the pain of childbirth and everything, and I was like, oh no. But now, like, they do exist somewhere, so she's, like, gonna fucking tear up the world to find them, and I love that. Yeah.
It's like how, like, that's so much trauma, though, in, like, 5 seconds.
Because
she lost everything.
It's like
everything.
But she has not lost everything because her kids are still alive somewhere.
It's true.
She only knows that in like the last second of the
and that's the thing of it too. She goes through this intense grief, and then towards the end, she gets that goodbye that you don't normally get when you lose somebody like suddenly and traumatically, like she did.
Yeah.
That moment she feels really bad about the cost, though. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That moment where you find out the reason why she created the town was she gets to that empty lot. And you realize the promise of the future he had with her, and she just falls to her knees. I was like,
it's fucked up.
Wanda, I'm so sorry.
It was too much. It was like, how does it show? For me, I think I was like maybe very shocked because like for me the entire show like was just like, okay, this is too cheesy for me, and I was just like,
it was
by
just
the whole facade
really
of it,
weird
and then it like
approach.
really hit me hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
but you have to stick with it through the end because otherwise, like, again, if I would have stopped, like, even 80% through, I'd have been like, I didn't like it.
You would have missed out.
That's the thing, too. Like I said, I really liked all the twists and turns, and when, like, Agnes, I knew fucking Agnes. I knew.
She just had that look on her face.
I fucking knew
it. Well, because she always was showing up.
Yeah.
Like, someone's weird with her. I will say, didn't really like the bait and switch with Quicksilver.
Oh, see, I love that shit. I love it.
I laughed. So I was like,
but he's nothing. He's nobody. He is no relevant.
No. It was just a tease. Just a tease.
That makes me so sad. I wanted him to be like a variant Quicksilver.
They still have not connected X-Men yet.
Yeah.
I know.
But
that's
Scarlet
so weird.
Witch, okay.
Right. That's
but this is not the same. Well, okay. Because Scarlet Witch is in X-Men, but she's a mutant, though. This is not the mutant. This is a Scarlet Witch that was created because of her.
Here's the question. We find out that Wanda had probability powers before she was affected by the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
So the question is was that a in-universe mutation?
I think she was already mutated, my opinion.
But Agnes explains it that the Scarlet Witch is not... She's, like, created... That's right. Like she was destined to be. So I don't think she's X-Men. I don't know if they're going to cross over X-Men.
That's their connection, though, in my opinion. Like if they were going to,
but it's completely different Scarlet Witch though on X-Men though.
Well, it's a different Quicksilver too, and we got version.
Because she won't have the relationship with Magneto. Obviously, she had real parents in Sokovia.
Mm-hmm.
So you all are missing the most important question.
What?
And that is. When is Wolverine going to be in it?
They're not. I'm telling you, they're not going to put X-Men in Marvel.
Do you think they won't?
Person singing
not in Marvel, in the Marvel universe. I mean, you know what I mean?
Ever? Do you think they're never going to use it?
No, but I mean, I think they will eventually, but I don't think Scarlet Witch is the one.
Oh no, I'm done. I moved past that. My question now is, do they own the rights to X-Men now, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because
I'm super surprised they haven't cashed that check yet.
I think they bought it from them, though.
I think they did, too.
I think the problem is trying to work in both universes because X-Men is still very much... The movies are not up to Avengers.
You could just take those characters,
except
though,
for Deadpool,
and just totally start over. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's a lot that they have to work out before they do that, though.
You can take all those characters and just start over fresh.
I get that, but the one they're going to do with Deadpool.
Well, Deadpool's like in his own little world. He wasn't he didn't even have any of the X-Men in there.
But yes, they did. He had
It looks like Disney owns X-Men.
But Disney owns Fox.
Disney owns Fox.
Yeah, that's what I just said. X-Men. Disney owns Fox. Yeah, so
because that's why they got Fantastic Four back too, right?
Yeah.
They don't care about Fantastic Four.
They can do whatever the fuck they
They're
want.
making the movie again.
They are.
It, though.
And
I think they're going to do
Fantastic Four.
There's a bad taste in my mouth. It's done.
Maybe they'll make it good this time. I don't like the Thing. Really? He's just like the grumpy Hulk, but rocks.
I don't know. When I think of Fantastic Four,
to be honest, I don't really like the Hulk either.
I think of
the fire guy's America's ass. So how are you going to bring that back?
I like Bruce Banner.
I do like Bruce Banner, but I don't like the Hulk.
At least the Hulk can become Bruce Banner,
exactly.
So that gives the character more dimension.
He makes it work.
Except now he can't, because now he's just smart Hulk, which I don't like either.
I don't like that either.
It's weird. It was a weird mix.
I don't like that.
Nope.
I liked the dichotomy of Bruce Banner Hulk.
Yeah, me too. But yeah.
But anyways, back to
I don't remember anymore. WandaVision.
Wrapping it up for WandaVision.
My only other question is it's interesting to me that she basically made her children, and nobody knows if she
stole the children from someone else.
If she took them from a different reality and imported them, or if she actually created them through her power. But in either case, it is interesting that they have superpowers.
But so she would have to alter her own body to give birth to these babies, so she couldn't really pull them from somewhere because she didn't grow them very quickly. The question is, then it starts to get very metaphysical in the fact that, did she pull their souls from other dimensions? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know, but you do have to grow a soul.
Because
I don't know if I believe in souls, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's if she grew them in her stomach somehow, altered her physical shape, I wouldn't think she would need to pull a soul.
Well, that's the other question, too. Was that an illusion because it all was, happened in, a day?
Yeah, I think, maybe. They could definitely... I don't know. Personally, I think they probably came from another dimension. So if you think about everything else she created, kind of stopped existing anymore except for them.
But so she gave birth, though, right? So she had to pull them before, they came out of her vagina?
It happened behind a couch. We don't know what happened over there.
I would believe it if she just, woke up one day and she's oh, I have children
But
now,
her kids went from, 0 to 15 in a couple days, so anything could be possible.
There's a lot of question marks
extensions
there.
Of just her, though. How much of Vision was really in the kids? One had powers like hers, one had powers like her brother.
Well, obviously, I don't think time was a thing there, because it wouldn't make sense otherwise. Then she would have to pull multiple kids. Mm-hmm. Every day.
Yeah, it's I don't understand. I need an explanation. Marvel,
I don't know if they'll figure it out. Hopefully, it's probably bullshit. It won't make any actual sense.
They'll be it was created out of love.
It will have something to do with the multiverse, because that's what it's all leading up to. Anything else you guys want to say about WandaVision before we move on to Loki?
Just that I like that she retires to a cabin.
Yeah.
True. That's what I would do. Mm-hmm. Go live in the woods and participate dark magic and do dark magics.
Now let's get to Loki, because that is my 10 out of 10. Loki.
I also like
fucking amazing.
I like Loki too.
Loki was another one that was much weirder than I expected it to be.
I feel like the character's always kind of been attractive. If you ever crushed on somebody
I love
Sasuke
Loki.
Oh, for sure.
No. See, I never had a thing for Loki until this show.
Oh,
really?
I've always loved Loki.
Oh, always loved Loki.
No. Wasn't my ham sandwich until now.
Oh, always, forever. We have been Loki stands for life.
The hair flip gets me
I was
every
always
time.
a Sebastian stan. So.
Sad.
But it kind of came down to it, because it's villain or not, you just want to root for this poor, twisted man to find some happiness on the road to redemption.
I wouldn't necessarily call him a villain, though.
That's just it. He was presented as one in the very beginning. He was the opposition.
I don't know, he really has never been one to me.
He's he's an anti-hero.
Position.
He's complex.
Yeah.
And so now it's...
I feel so bad for him.
Hero qualities.
My heart breaks for him in this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's so sad.
So sad. He's got a sad life.
I did like Sylvie, though, too.
Sylvie was pretty rad.
I was, so, before the fucking end, where she just disappointed me, I definitely thought that she would be the new Loki, and I was so excited for that.
While I'm sad that was the decision that she made, I don't know that it would have been believable for her to make any other decision.
True.
I agree with Sarah. I was sad about it.
Her has been based on this final moment. And a man isn't going to sway her.
So sad for other Loki or whatever, but it wouldn't have been believable.
They didn't have enough time for that payoff to be believable.
Yeah.
If she had decided to agree with him.
Yeah.
And when presented with somebody like Kang,
Yeah.
I feel like he was one of those villains that you could draw lots, whether you have to defend him or condemn him, and you could go.
Oh, and he was such a cool character.
Oh my God,
was so impressed.
The minute I saw him, I was like, yes!
Loved it. Loved it.
Yeah.
No,
he's
his
another,
performance...
and that actor is another one from the Lovecraft series.
Yeah.
I would love to see more of his character, like,
and
for real.
We're supposed
we will.
to.
We will.
But I don't know if we will until Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think he was just an introduction. But no, I don't think they would have used that actor if it was just going to be a
he's already was thing. Cast to be King the Conqueror and Ant-Man. But also
okay, awesome.
That's interesting too, because like the king that he was at the end of this Loki is not King the Conqueror, in the sense that like this is a much more benevolent
yes,
version
because King
of him.
The Conqueror is very, very evil.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, we haven't actually met King the Conqueror, although he would be played by the same actor, but it might be a different performance because he's just gonna be a very different character.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. No, I was so excited though. I love that though. And I love how they ended it and just kind of made the opening to...
I did really like... So I love, I'm going to bring my poli-sci nerd shit into this. I love, like, the Cold War era vibe.
Oh, of the TVA?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very creepy.
I freaking love that so much. Like, that fitted so well for me. Made it really weird and, like, governmental, institutional, and suspicious, and like bureaucratic, and like everybody follows like the rule of law, like no matter what. Everybody
in their brown press suits and numbers.
Like, you obey no matter what. Like, you know, the lady that like was in love with Owen.
Oh, Renslayer?
Yeah.
So I guess. See, I was not familiar with these characters in the comics. I guess she, in many iterations of the comic, was like the love interest of King the Conqueror.
Oh, wow.
So
that would be interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know how that's going to play in.
Like, he would make her in charge of the whole shit.
Yeah.
Like, then she's at least in a, like, good position in his weird, twisted-ass system.
Right, and I don't know, like I said, like, it's not like the comics to the MCU is ever a one-for-one, but I think that's an interesting...
Yeah,
it's a significant bit of information.
I got some real, like, Soviet-era Cold War vibes.
Yep.
And it was great. Like, that fit it really well for me. Loved it.
It makes you wonder, though, because he who remains king is the one who created it, so...
Yeah.
Where did he get that idea from? You know, is it the King and Ant-Man who created it, or is this variant...
I think it's this He Who Remains. Maybe he just made it based on his own time that he originally
I think he
came
probably
from.
did. I think so.
I loved Owen Wilson, and I'm not normally a big Owen Wilson fan. But
I like him.
I always love Owen Wilson. He is my favorite. Don't hate on Owen Wilson.
No, I mean, like, he was great in this show. He was great. It was endearing in this show. I did learn to love him in this, and I felt like, oh, he's so nice and cute. But yeah, otherwise I don't like his ass at all.
I think
I'm sorry.
My problem is I don't like the movies he's in. Like, as a
they're
whole,
like too much.
They're not my thing.
Yeah,
so I haven't had the chance to like Owen Wilson.
You didn't like Night at the Museum?
Thank you.
I have never fucking seen Night at the Museum.
Then you're wrong. I'm sorry.
I have the trilogy, Shayna.
I can't like what I haven't seen.
It was okay. I don't like Ben Stiller.
What?
I don't either. I don't either.
My God.
I don't either.
I need to get on.
We're gonna do
podcast.
a virtual high five. Virtual high five.
Me and Sam are the anti-Ben Stiller team. Sorry.
I don't like Ben Stiller. Owen Wilson hated.
So what you're telling me is you guys don't like Zoolander, the best movie in the world?
It wasn't that great.
It wasn't that
Thank you, Shayna. Shayna, high five, Shayna, because we know where good movies are.
High five, Sarah.
Sorry.
It's too cheesy.
Sorry.
Opinions.
It just didn't appeal to me.
She's leaving me.
Oh my God,
hanging.
it's such stupid humor. I love it.
I don't know.
It's too stupid.
No, that's what's good about it. You don't have to think. It's just so funny.
There are very few stupid humor movies that I think super jive with me. I was more of like an Austin Powers kid than a Zoolander kid.
I love Austin Powers.
I mean, I loved Austin Powers, but Zoolander was, oh my God.
I'm even like 50-50 on Austin Powers.
Orange mocha frappuccino.
Maybe I'm just not a big comedy person.
When they're
overall, I'm generally not.
I don't think so.
I like
a little bit of like emotion, like deep emotion. Even if it's like funny, I like weird like somber comedy or like that Bo Burnham shit where I was like, this is hilarious, but also really fucked up and relatable. I need
dumb ass humor. That's
I think
Trailer Park Boys. I need dumb ass humor.
See, and I don't like Trailer Park Boys.
No, Shade and I.
G-Rock.
Oh my god.
I tried. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's hard.
No one wants to admit to eating how many cans of...
I only admit to eating 6 cans of ravioli.
For comedy, I feel like I need stuff that's like super out there. Like, I really loved like Monty Python growing up.
Monty Python.
Yeah.
For recent stuff, I liked Community a lot.
Oh, I love Community. Community's great, yeah.
But that was
I like that,
but
too. I'm like in politics, so it makes sense why I would like Community.
But no, anyway, with Loki.
That's probably the only reason why I do. Loki.
Really sad that Owen Wilson didn't get to ride a jet ski.
I know.
Such a bummer.
He deserved it.
He deserved a jet ski.
I didn't feel bad about that.
So how did we fill out all the alternate Lokis?
Very weird. That was a weird one.
I honestly, so I was a little late to the game, so I saw a lot of memes and stuff.
Right.
So I expected like this alligator Loki to be semi-important, and it was like literally 5 fucking seconds.
Other than him,
old man Loki
biting that guy's arm off, vicious.
Yeah. But I was disappointed.
Alligator Loki was the best Loki.
I agree, but I was let down because I saw so many memes. I was like, I'm disappointed that he isn't more involved.
Significant? No, he's just kind of a joke. But he does sit in a kiddie pool all day and drink box wine, so he's relatable.
He is me. If I was a Loki, that would be me.
That's us. Most relatable Loki award goes to.
Yes.
Now, old man Loki, when he was building that city,
that was pretty cool.
Oh my god,
that was intense.
That gave me goosebumps. That gave me chills.
Well,
I like that a lot.
There is that really like striking moment where Kid Thor, like they ask why he gets to wear the crown, and it's because he killed, or Kid Loki killed Kid Thor, and I'm like,
yeah.
Whoa. That took a very dark
turn. Did you guys see the Thor in the bottle?
Yeah, the little frog Thor.
Yeah.
That's pretty
cute.
good.
I was like, oh no, whose Thor is that?
So many variants. But,
yep.
No, I liked it. It was interesting.
Are they even variants now, man?
Mm-hmm.
Are they just part of the multiverse now, man?
Depends on where you live, girl.
Super questionable now. Everything
So okay, but here's the thing. Are these just multiverses in our multiverse, in our universe? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the other multiverses have variants, you know what I'm saying?
No, each universe is stacked. So it's just copies of the universe.
Okay,
like pancakes.
No. So explain, so the timeline shattered.
Yeah.
Are those aren't all different multiverses. Those are all different timelines. So those are all different variants. So technically you could also explain those as being different universes or different timelines because different things happen to Lokis and different people, you know what I'm saying? But it's still within our universe.
I thought that every timeline shift meant it was a different universe.
But then that would mean that there was no multiverses prior to this.
There wasn't.
No.
Really?
He got rid of them all.
The line. It was on a straight line.
Got rid of them all.
It was a universe, and then it changed into the multiverse.
So that's why we're going, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
the TVA was built to prevent
multiverse.
There were.
I gotcha now.
Mm-hmm. And now, like, since there's a multiverse, it's another universe.
But then that begs the question. Okay, then I have a lot of questions of how these other multiverses happened.
I mean, so
just because of a fractured timeline.
So, but if I'm gonna tell you the truth, we don't even understand how the universe works.
So,
I believe that.
That's a whole other episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like. Then, like, if they tell me that's how it works, be like, all right, who the fuck knows?
At that point, you just go,
my brain was doing a deep dive when that happened. Like, oh my god, there's, like, universes.
You'll give me a panic attack because if I think too deeply about the universe.
Oh no, my brain start to get to that point where your brain goes blank and you're like...
My brain shuts off. I'm just like, uh-oh.
Well, like,
you reach the existential dread point of your brain.
Yes.
What is life?
Yes.
It's like you reach the city limits of your mind, and you're like, I have to turn back.
We got into
because otherwise you start to have a panic attack, but you don't know why you're panic attacking.
A little bit.
Because your brain can't understand.
We are in the deep, dark realms of the Marvel Universe now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where we're questioning the existence of anything at all.
Where we're trying to contemplate infinity.
I thought it was just alternate timelines. Because so then all these multiverse people are then variants?
It's not even timelines, it's just like, you have to think like, here's the universe, but then something shifted, so here's another universe.
But I thought they were talking about it as timelines. That's why I got really confused.
Yeah,
well, yeah, because the different timelines become whole different copies of the universe.
I think it's just like a weird shorthand.
I guess it's just weird because I watch a lot of shows with multiverses, so...
Yeah, and they handle that science differently.
I also watch shows with different timelines, and they're never universe, so... Okay.
Yeah, because who knows, you know what I mean? Like, because this one, I think they're making it even more complicated by saying it's a whole other universe. Mm-hmm. Like, not just a time...
But then the question... But wait! Then the question is, how would Doctor Strange known of the other multiverses prior to this if there were no other multiverses? Since there were so many different endings prior to this.
Because the weird break didn't happen yet?
No. Boom!
I don't know.
Boom! How did Doctor Strange know all the different endings prior to this happening?
Oh, they talk about that, don't they?
Oh, do they?
I thought so.
I think they talk about how that's the only one that is a part of the sacred timeline.
Okay, but here's the thing. How did he know if there were no other ones because He Who Remains made only one timeline?
Because they were just possibilities,
he can look at the possibilities. So he could see all the branches that would not come to be.
Right.
But then wouldn't he have known of who he remains or whatever?
No, not necessarily.
But I feel like if you're Doctor Strange and you deal with time like that, you should know about
He does not know everything, obviously. He's fucking everything up.
Well, if anybody can hide in the blind spots of the timeline, it's going to be Kang. He's got the most experience.
The Ancient One didn't even know about He Who Remains.
All right. I feel
like Doctor Strange gives like the spark notes, like, here are your probabilities and possibilities. Pick the best option.
Well, and because he can look at all the probabilities, but he did not know that only one of them was even allowed to happen because of the sacred timeline and the governance of the TVA.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because it was kind of blocked off then. It was like a black wall.
Yeah, all those other possibilities that he thought could happen wouldn't have been able to happen anyway because the TVA would have intervened.
Fucking, I hate it. Calculus, math.
So then, with Doctor Strange in his movie, when he like stops time in that one fixed point, like all those Doctor Stranges like don't end up becoming variants or anything.
For what?
For his movie, for the Doctor Strange movie, when he's trying to like fight that one, I don't remember.
Dormammu.
Yeah. And you know how he becomes like a fixed time loop? Yeah. Wouldn't those all be variants then? See, the whole when you do time stuff, my brain goes like, wait a second.
I mean, I hate it when, honestly, in general, when anything does time stuff because of this. Because then I feel like they can just do whatever and be like, it's because the timeline switch. Or like, it's because the multiverse.
You have to reach a certain point where you
just have to let it happen. Okay.
Just
not redo it. Don't
it's about people in capes running around fighting crime.
But it does really bother me, like, if I'm playing a video game and they're like, it's because time travel. I'm like, come on, it's a fucking
Some of it's done pretty bad. I feel like Marvel overall has handled it pretty well.
Yeah.
So
for the most part.
Because, like, right now, though,
I have a couple of questions.
It could go out of control. Yeah. It could go out of control, though. It could.
Yeah.
I didn't start building my Miss Minutes cosplay after finishing Loki.
You should do that.
Are you really? That'd be amazing.
I feel like she's...
That's cute. That'd be so
adorable.
Cute. I would love that. That's actually super cute. You could just make a big, like, cardboard clock. And you can be cute behind it.
I feel like her ass is sinister, too. She's too cute.
She's very scary. No, she scared me a lot.
She's creepy. It's a good one.
There's something up with
You could have, like, a knife. Like a bloody knife.
Just one knife.
Have a knife.
A knife to rule them all.
Knife clock hands.
Yes.
Maybe a Cold War era atomic bomb.
Is Loki going to be in Doctor Strange? I think he is.
Probably, yeah.
I hope so because I love Loki. I would marry Loki.
He'll probably stumble out at the very end or in the credits, maybe. We'll see.
I feel like I want to say that people have like confirmed that he was going to be in it. I'm not sure if that's true. I would love that though.
Like
I think
in it?
Huh?
Like
yeah,
in it,
like in it, like a cast member. I think that would be amazing. The chemistry between like Loki and Doctor Strange and Wanda, I think, would be very good as three magical people from very different magical backgrounds.
Yeah.
At odds with each other.
Also, Hunter B-15 again. Loved her.
Oh yeah,
amazing,
absolutely.
Yes,
yeah.
So sad.
But I loved, like, you know what I mean, how she changed at the end and
redeemed herself. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
She stood up for what she did against all of it.
And again, if you have not watched Lovecraft Country, go do it now. Okay.
Yeah. Need to see that. What's it on?
Didn't they
HBO Max?
It?
I just got HBO.
You know what? Everything I like, they cancel. But I mean,
it's such bullshit though because it did so well. And it's like winning awards.
Good,
right? Isn't it like winning awards? And they're like,
I don't think they cancel it though. Let me see. Lovecraft.
I don't know. I thought they weren't renewing it.
Just blame Lockdown Part 2 impending.
Yeah.
Because like
no, it's not returning for season 2. Fuck my life.
See, I told you.
It was like, so good. The one finally good, like, because H.P. Lovecraft, fuck you, racist.
Yeah, and
thing. It was so good.
It's critically acclaimed. Like, it was doing well as far as I thought, and they canceled it.
It ain't over until everybody's dead, so it could come back. You never know.
Maybe not like or something. You know,
took a dark turn.
Well, sorry guys. That happened a lot today. I blame Marvel.
Absolutely. Dark frame of mind.
I think that's probably about all the time we have. Anything I missed?
Definitely.
It's already a long one today, girls.
Oops.
Sorry. We have a lot of opinions.
So much to say.
A lot of dumb shit. Sorry. My brain says dumb things. I apologize.
Blame Disney.
I love Disney.
I blame them for a lot.
Like, I know they're evil, money-hungry bastards, but I fucking love them so much. And you know what? If I'm gonna die in a fucking evil hill,
I mean,
I'm gonna die in that hill.
Aren't all of us going to Disney World next year?
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
You know what? If it wasn't them, it was gonna be someone else.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine. If the mouse has to take my soul, the mouse has to take my soul. It was a good fucking ride.
This is the dystopia we live in.
Yes.
So.
And I'm fine with it. Give me more Marvel.
There's no ethical,
we're a fucking
whatever under capitalism.
Hey, Disney owns Monkey Island now, so I have to give them my soul and everything for them to make another game. So
there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. That's what I was trying to say. So you might as well just fucking enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Too true.
Welcome to hell.
Right.
The world is shit.
That being said,
thanks for stopping in and listening to our very strong opinions on Marvel. I hope we did not offend anyone too badly.
I feel like I offend everyone every episode. I'm surprised there's not, like, internet media telling me to come off.
I take notes on our potential lawsuits that come from...
I'm glad you're on top of this first. Yeah.
Sorry.
Our intro was provided by the ever heroic Noodle, and you can find their band on Instagram at Arcade Mode MKE or on Facebook as Arcade Mode Band. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube as Chaotic Nerdtral. Follow us for updates on upcoming episodes. I always post when we've got a new one up. I'm late this week, but you won't know that. This is coming out in the future. So, haha, I've already resolved that. Thanks, past Sarah. You're welcome, future Sarah. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
We aren't insane.
Bye.
Bye.